Okay, here we go. Found it. Figured it out. So it took a few extra minutes, and I'm glad I did it off camera, but right here is a set screw. And so I have not pre-loosened it, so let's see. Good. Came loose nice and easy. So we're not going to take it all the way out. I bet you. There we go. So that's going to slide forward off the end of the barrel. Very cool. I'll set that right there. Now, oh my. This thing's pretty far down as far as a novice like me goes. Pretty far down, yeah, meaning taken down. So it is a sweet flash suppressor, muzzle brake, whichever that's classified as. We'll find out, I guess, someday. So, alright. So now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put on the accessory rails, and I probably won't do more than a light on it. But we're going to put them on there anyway, because neatly enough, they actually came with it. And so I know people that have bought these in the past, they did not get these accessory rails with it. So here's the left one, and just kind of a little test fit here. And so you put the bolt through, not on the other end. So this one says, and I probably can't see it. Yep, cool, you can. This one says left. So that means there's the front, there's the rear. So this one's going to go right here. So we're going to put this. Now I know I need to Loctite these, but I'm not going to Loctite these today, because all I want to do is get her together so I can have some fun with it, right? So, man, you know what? I just realized I do have an Allen screw here. Oh, hey, nice. Check it out. They're actually, I don't know what the correct term for it is, but there's like a, I'm going to call this a socket in there that the nut rests into. See if I can get a, maybe that'll show up. And so I won't need a wrench for that nut on the inside. All I need is the wrench for the bolt on the outside. So, oh, sweet. I got the right one first try. So I'm going to snug it down. Nice and easy. Barely crank on it. There we go. So I can feed in the next one and still have room. Oh, hey, wait. You know what? That long one has to come back out, so maybe it's a good thing I'm doing this. So I'll show you. There's two different size bolts here, and I should have done that in the first place, shouldn't I? Yeah. So no instructions for the quad rails, accessory rails. So there's a long one. What's that? Half inch, give or take. And then these, which I'm going to call 1/4 inch, give or take. So guess what? I wanted a short one. So put that back in there. Do this back on camera again, just for some visual thing while I'm puttering away here. Yep, drop it in the grass. You know, I'm in my backyard doing this. How funny is that? Not funny when you drop something and you can't pick it up and find it. But, you know, I guess that's the adventure, right? No, it's not. It's the stupidity. So, we're going to feed another bolt through the back of this thing. Then we will very gently work that until we feel the thread seat. And there she is. So now, moderate tension. I'm not going to crank on it, like I said. I do want to take it all apart and Loctite it. I don't mind putting something together a couple times like this. Part of it's the fun of it, you know. It is an enjoyable thing. So there's the left rail. Part of it's the fun of it, but then also part of it is just simply, you know, I found out the hard way, as many of us have, that sometimes just taking your time with something and doing it slowly saves so much headache. So here we go, by the way. Here's the front, here's the back. This says right, and so we're going to feed one through here, We're going to put a nut on the inside. Bring this back around on camera. Just get her started. Another nut. Another bolt. Hear the birds. Kind of cool. I love birds. Yeah, it's not very manly, is it? But that's okay. I like cats too. That's not manly. Don't care. So, okay. So there's the right side. Now, that gives us a right rail and a left rail. Hey, guess what? Good thing we're double checking. Look what I did. I put that one on backwards. Although, I'm going to pick on SIG. Check it out. You can read right. And when you flip this around, you can read left. But that left is actually going to be upside down so that it doesn't stick forward like that. So, I'll have to take that one back off. Be right back. And it's another reason you don't oversnug the first time until you catch the little mistakes. Sometimes like that. Although you would think that that printing would be right side up, right side down. Yeah, right side up, wrong side down. No, right side up as opposed to wrong side down. You can see why I'm not a newscaster. And for what it's worth, I just do these for fun. Obviously, I'm no professional at any of this as far as the videos go. And it is unscripted. I don't edit things, basically. I just let it stand, and then I kind of fix it in the annotation side of things. Post-production, if you will. Alright, so now let's show this on camera again. Alright, so now we're going to have left upside down, which is funny because ideologically and politically the left is totally upside down. So maybe there's a little private joke on SIG's part there. That would be funny if it's true. So then we'll flip this thing over, and there's our right. So we have right and left rails, and now they line up and they look pretty good. So, alright, double check each one of these, which is really triple check. If you've never had a part fall off a vehicle that you've worked on, you haven't lived. So, never had anyone get hurt, but it just, you know, you miss a bolt here or a bolt there. Of course, you can't do that. You have to get it right the first time. There's no margin for error in a lot of these things. So now, here is the top of the forearm guard back on. Then we're going to take this and be very careful and turn it over. We're going to feed this through here, that through there, and what we're going to end up with is having that back together again. So take this off camera. Make sure these are all lined up, because actually I don't see. There's no markings of any sort, so you have to be super careful, and I think everything's going to fall into place just naturally, but I'm not going to take that chance without being extra sure. So pardon me while I go super slow here. Okay. So I just snugged this down. Again, I'm going to take her all apart and lock tighter. So that's that. Now, set this off to this side. Here's the bottom. So, check that out. A couple different places to mount that bottom rail. So, placing it, I'll do that off camera maybe. Let me find that bottom rail. Now, here's the bottom rail. And if you notice, it doesn't say bottom. But you can tell it's not the side rails because it's ramped to fit the, to match the slope of the handguard. So it's going to go like that. And where do I want to mount it? I can mount it there. I can mount it there. So there's 2 places I can mount it. Oh, there's 3. Oh, that's sweet. I really don't know that I have a preference. I don't have a front hand grip, a front grip or hand grip. I don't have one to mount on it, so I think what we'll do for today is we'll just split the difference. I'll put her in the middle, and so if I put it in the middle, you end up with that. If I put it in the front, I end up with that. If I put it in the rear, I end up with that. That's very cool. I like that because there's some adjustability there. So for now, we're going to put it in the middle. That's probably a safe bet. Guess where that long bolt goes, by the way? Obviously in the long end of this taper. So feed that through. And yep, check it out. It's maybe captive is the right word. Not positive. You can see that the knot will be held captive inside here. And make sure I have the right Allen wrench. There we go. So we'll snug this down just enough to hold it in place. Then we can, oh, it's already lined up. Hey, sweet. Man, this is a good design. I like this. Because even somebody like me can do this. Now I was going to do the backup iron sights, which also came with it. And so I need a drift or a punch, I forget which it was it said there, in order to, and I'll show that in a second, but talk about it while I'm doing this off camera. I was going to do the backup sights today, but I decided not to because I don't have a couple of the tools they recommend. And you know what? I'm just going to buy, what, $10, $20 worth of tools that I may use a few times, but you know what? It's a lot cheaper than damaging something. So there we go. So there's the bottom accessory rail. And so that is going to go. This tip right here feeds up in there, and you can see those brackets right here that are going to feed up in. And then this notch, by the way, if that didn't show on camera, let me do that again. So we feed the tip up right here. Then there's those angled guide rods or guide brackets. They're going to go up in and it's going to snap in place. And then back here on the back, this tab goes right here. So now let me do this off camera. Push it forward. There it is. Very, very cool. And that would have taken, what, about 6-8 minutes, except for me talking and doing it. And a little bit of a learning curve. So that was simple, though. Nice. So now, back off camera, getting break free on my hand here. So I'll pause it and move on.